everybody. Welcome to our Vinyasa fusion with Upwell Flow. My name is Roan Weston. I'll be guiding you through this practice today. If you need any other attention to your body, just feel free to listen to it now. We will start by taking some box breaths, moving into some breathing retention. This will just warm up our lungs, expanding through our diaphragm as we get ready to move today. We'll start by taking a deep cleansing breath, taking an inhale through the nose, filling all the way up, and an audible exhale out through the mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose, rising up through the spine, lengthening through the neck. And an audible exhale, let it all go through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Holding at the top for 3. 1, 2, 3. And exhaling through the nose for 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold at the bottom for 3. And inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top for 3. And exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom for 3. And inhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold at the top for 3. And exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold at the bottom for 3. And inhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top for 3. And exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the bottom for 3. You got this. Feeling safe in your body and your space. And inhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top for 3. And exhale through the mouth, letting everything go, relaxing back into your body. We're going to move into our Ujjayi pranayama, our victorious breath. With a slight constriction to the back of the throat, let's take an inhale through the nose. With the lips still sealed, let's take an exhale out through the nose for equal parts. This will be our guiding breath throughout your practice today. So if you ever lose where you're at in the flow, just come back to your breath. Or if you need a moment to just relax, this is here for you. Let's start by taking some little shoulder stretches, interlacing the fingers and inhaling the palms up towards the sky as we stretch up through the shoulder blades. Exhale, flip the knuckles away from you and round through the spine as we push out, tucking our collarbone. Inhale, flip the hands, bring in length through the neck as we straighten. And exhale, push the knuckles away from you as if we're doing a cat, rounding through the spine. Inhale up. And exhale, push away from you. Grabbing the knees with your hands, let's begin to take some neck circles. Moving in one direction, we'll oscillate all the way around, filling into any tightness that we're holding on here. We can begin to take some movement into the shoulders as we expand all the way back, holding onto our knees as we stretch out. Switching the direction here, let's take those neck circles in the other direction. And if you want to find any intuitive movements, maybe that just means rolling all the way back and forward, really relaxing into your body. Inhale the arms up overhead, and exhale your right arm down to the side. Your left arm comes up high overhead. Maybe your right elbow begins to sit onto the mat, engaging through the core here as our left arm reaches up and over. Take an inhale here, find an expansion, and exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. Inhale the arms back overhead, And exhale the left arm down to the side, right arm overhead. Take an inhale here, lengthening through your spine. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale back overhead. And exhale, interlace the hands behind you. Take an inhale. Your gaze can come up towards the sky as we stretch through the shoulder blades. And exhale, bring your arms over to your left side. Take an inhale here. Maybe your gaze comes over to your right. And then exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper, stretching into that shoulder. Inhale the arms back up overhead. And exhale, bring them over to the right side this time. Maybe your gaze comes over to the left. Take an inhale here, finding an expansion. And exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper, stretching out that rotator cuff. Inhale the arms back behind you, staggering the legs one in front of the other. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Stretching the backs of our arms. Inhale all the way back up here and begin to come over your ankles as we meet in a tabletop posture. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists and hips are stacked over the knees. Inhale to cow, dropping your pelvic floor, rounding through your spine. Your gaze can come up. And exhale, push the space between your shoulder blades as you curl into a cat. Inhale back up to cow. And exhale, push it all the way back through your cat. Finding any intuitive movements here. Maybe you flip the wrists. Or maybe you start taking some barrel rolls of the spine. Whatever feels good in your body, you are your own best practitioner. We'll begin to tuck the toes. Inhaling, we'll float the knees up off our mat. Stay here for an exhale. Inhale, really engage through the core as we float those knees. And exhale, push it all the way back into your first downward facing dog of the day. Maybe it feels really good. Allow a generous bend in the knees here to allow your torso to fall closer to your thighs. Stretching out the shoulders here. Pedaling out the feet as we rock from toes to our heels. And push it all the way back into your down dog. Staying still this time. And inhale to prepare. And exhale, slowly walk towards the top of the mat. Forward fold coming into ragdoll. Bending at the knees, we can grab opposite hand towards opposite wrist. Maybe swaying side to side. Maybe you clasp the hands very gently behind your head to elongate through the neck. This is a really good stretch to let any stress that we're holding onto the lower back here, decompressing all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back, hands come up your shins. And exhale, forward fold with only a micro bend in the knees. Inhale all the way up towards a mountain. Hands come up overhead. And exhale, cactus your arms, shine your heart as your elbows come towards your ribs. Inhale back up. And exhale over towards the right. Your right arm comes down your leg as your left arm comes up and over, side bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold all the way back down towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step it back to high plank. And let's move through our first chaturanga. Pushing forward, exhale to a half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip your feet, roll your shoulder blades back, and float to your knees. Maybe looking side to side. And exhale, rolling over your toes, push it all the way back to downward facing dog. Let's take one breath here. Take an inhale. And exhale, step, walk, or float your feet towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up towards mountain. And exhale over towards the right, maybe going for a half bind this time. Your right arm coming behind your back. Inhale back to center and exhale over towards the left. Half bind is welcome. Inhale up towards center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Step it back, high plank. Half push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Engage through the core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, step, walk, or float towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up towards mountain. And exhale over towards the right, half bind, and come into dancer this time. Your left leg is going to come to a 45-degree angle behind your right. And we stretch that left thigh out, and your left arm comes up and overhead. Inhale back towards mountain, and exhale, half bind dancer over towards the left side. Inhale to mountain, and exhale, cactus your arms, shine your heart, open it up. Inhale towards mountain, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, you got this. Exhale, chaturanga. Half push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And exhale, walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Listen for the change here. Inhale, chair. Sitting into our heels. The weight is down in our hips, but making sure that we can still grip the mat with our toes. You can even lift your toes up off the mat, spread them out, and then put them back down. Take an inhale here, finding length through your spine as we relax through the face. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper, relaxing your shoulder blades. Take an inhale, and exhale, airplane chair. Internally rotating through your pinkies as we engage through the triceps. Inhale, back up to chair. And exhale, airplane chair. Rooting into your right leg here. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Your left leg comes high. Bringing your left ankle over your right knee. Exhale, standing pigeon. Inhale, back up, one-legged Tadasana. And exhale, open twist. Your right hand can come towards your left knee as we twist open towards the tree. Inhale, back up. And exhale, airplane chair. Rooting into your left foot this time. Inhale, your right knee high. Your right thigh is parallel towards the mat. Exhale, half pigeon. Coming all the way down, stretching out that right thigh. Inhale, back up, one leg Tadasana. And exhale, open it up. Right arm comes back behind you. Your left hand can come to the knee. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. And exhale, airplane it all the way back. Inhale, mountain. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Inhaling through the nose. And a deep exhale out through the mouth. Letting go of some heat. Inhaling the right leg high, three-legged dog. Open up the hips and stack them one on top of the other. Maybe going for some hip circles here. the knee or the ankle. Switch up the direction. Inhale, parallel the hips, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step your right leg through. Inhale to your first high crescent. Relax those shoulders. Stack your right knee over your right ankle and make sure that the hips are parallel towards one another. Take another inhale here and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, revolved warrior. Open up your arms, twisting from your core, maybe bending at the elbows to really find that twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Right hand comes to the back of the left thigh or onto the lower back for added support. And exhale, windmill it all the way open towards warrior two, making sure to not dump into the right knee here as we push it out. Finding one long line of energy between your fingertips. Take an inhale and exhale, sink a little bit deeper into your right knee. Inhale, flip your right hand and exhale to your reverse warrior. Left hand comes down your left thigh. Exhale, extended side angle, bump the shoulders forward as we bring the arms to 6 and 12. Take an inhale here as we engage to the core. And exhale, maybe sink down a little deeper. Inhale, reverse triangle. Extend your right leg straight as the right arm comes up and back. Exhale, windmill all the way down to frame your right foot. Inhale, high plank. In chaturanga, you can always skip these if you're with me. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to a downward facing dog. Moving right into the other side. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. And on your exhale, stack the hips. There you go, in for some circles here. Switching up the direction. Making sure the arms are still parallel. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step the left leg through. Inhale, high crescent. Relaxing the shoulders away from our ears. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, revolved warrior, twisting open. Your left arm leads. Take an exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, exalted warrior, bring it up and back. And exhale, windmill it open, warrior two. Take an inhale here, finding that fingertip to fingertip alignment. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior, bring it up and back. Maybe go for a bind with the right arm. Exhale, extended side angle, 6 and 12. Take an inhale, like you're being pushed between two walls. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper, not dumping too much weight into the right leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, windmill it all the way back down to frame your left foot. Inhale, high plank, chaturanga, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's flow that sun bee breath to movement here, speeding things up a little bit. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, revolved warrior. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, bump it forward, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, windmill all the way down. Inhale, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, high crescent, you got this. Exhale, revolved warrior. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two, open it up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, bump it forward as we come down. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, windmill down. Step it back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Listen for the change. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, airplane crescent. Rooting down into your right foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Left leg comes up high. Exhale, standing pigeon. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. And coming into dancer, we'll grab for the left foot with our left hand, bringing the knees parallel towards one another. You can always grab for the ankle if that's more accessible. Inhale, the right arm up high. And exhale, slowly bend forward as you kick your left foot into your hand, finding a teardrop shape in your spine like you're doing an upward facing dog. Take an inhale here, kicking a little bit more into the foot. And exhale, bend a little bit more forward. Inhale, back up. And exhale, slowly let the foot go, not dropping it too quickly. Rooting down into our left foot now, let's bring the right sole of our foot to the inside of our thigh for our favorite pose, tree pose. We're finding our Pada Bandha, our foot to root alignment. We're going to really connect into the soil today, or maybe just the floor. Bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you close off the eyes to bring your practice more internally, or just find your steady point to balance yourself. Take an inhale here and exhale with ease. Inhale, maybe your arms come up high. And as you exhale, maybe you begin to flow with the wind, blowing your leaves side to side. Inhale back up. And exhale, let it all go. Maybe you roll out the left ankle here. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, step it back, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. To the other side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, airplane crescent, fly it back. Rooting down into your left foot, inhale, right leg high, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, standing pigeon, crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, grabbing for the outside of your right foot or ankle. Inhale, preparing for dancer, walking those knees together. Exhale, begin to bend forward and kick into your right hand. Inhale, find an extension, reaching a little bit more forward. And exhale, kick a little bit more into that right hand, stretching out your shoulder. Inhale, back up, and exhale, slowly let it go. Let's root down into our right foot this time, preparing for our tree pose on the other side, bringing the left sole of your foot to the inside of your thigh. You can bring your hands to heart center, or I even like to bring my hands for reverse prayer to stretch out my shoulders, just making sure that you're not letting go of the engagement of your core. Taking an inhale here, maybe the eyes shut off. And an exhale, bouncing a little bit more into this posture. It's okay if you fall out of it, just come back. Inhale the arms up overhead, and exhale, let it all go. Maybe rolling out your right ankle here, letting go of that side. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, squat, tuck, and curl all the way down so that we're just on our toes here. We're going to be coming into crow pose. For crow pose, I like to bring my hands about 1.5 feet in front of my feet. about shoulder width distance apart. We're going to begin to pop up onto our feet and bring our knees to the backs of our triceps or the outside. Slowly rocking forward. Maybe one foot comes up off the ground, or maybe both feet come together so that we're floating. You can always come into your raven pose by extending the arms out long. Try this out. It's okay to fall in and out of it. If you have a block available, you can put it in front of your forehead so that when you push forward, you can lay your head onto that. This is a tricky posture, and it's not always easy to get the first time. So with practice, you can be sure to be having crow down in no time. We'll all meet in a tabletop posture for our spinal balance. Inhale your right arm out in front of you like you're shaking somebody's hand. Take an exhale and inhale your left leg out behind you, really flexing up through your spine. Exhale, crunch it together, knee to elbow. Inhale out long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale for length. Exhale, crunch. Last time, inhale. Exhale, put it all the way back down. Tabletop. Inhale your left arm out long. Shake the person's hand in front of you. Take an exhale. And inhale, right leg out long. Exhale, crunch it down together, elbow, knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. One more time. Our abs are thanking us. Really wind up through the spine. Exhale, crunch. Inhale for length. And exhale, set it all the way back down. Coming into high plank here, step the feet back. Protract through the shoulder blades as we really put the weight into the fingertips to alleviate any stress in our wrists. Take an inhale here. An exhale coming onto your right hand for side plank. Left arm's up high. An inhale and an exhale. You got this. Inhale, maybe your left leg comes up off the mat. And exhale, come back to high plank. Inhale, weights on the left arm. Your right arm comes up high, side plank. Take an inhale. And exhale, really bump your hips up towards the sky. Inhale, right leg comes up off the mat. Exhale, high plank. Move through a chaturanga, or let's just take a little water break here. Meeting in a child's pose, bringing your knees towards the wide edges of the mat, big toes to touch. We can begin to sit down onto our heels, crawling our fingers towards the top of the mat, maybe allowing the forehead to rest down. Take an inhale, finding length, and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. One more breath on your own. Coming back up to a tabletop position, let's exhale, coming into your downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet here a little bit and just feeling the differences in our body since when we first started. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee towards right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, bring it up. Exhale, knee to nose, draw it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, revolve the warrior. Inhale, exalt your warrior. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Inhale, star pose, bringing your feet out to a 45-degree angle. Exhale, prayer squat, sink it down. Inhale, back up, star. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, prayer squats. Last one. Feel the burn. Inhale, star. And exhale, bring it all the way down, bringing our hands onto our knees. The thumbs turn to the insides of our thighs. Take an inhale here. And exhale, dip your right shoulder for a stretch. Inhale to center. exhale, left shoulder. One more time, inhale to center, and exhale, stretch it out, twisting from the core. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, star, and exhale, wide-legged forward fold, paralleling your feet towards the sides of the mat as we come all the way down, stretching out the backs of our thighs here. We can go for that opposite grip, hands onto the elbows, maybe the back of the head, or maybe opposite hand towards opposite ankle, going for a little stretch here. Find your variation of our wide-legged straddle splits, and we'll take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back, and exhale, walk your hands to frame your right foot, dropping your left knee, flat in the toes here. Exhale, half splits, flexing our right toes towards our knee as we begin to fold over our shin, making sure that our hips are still parallel towards one another and that we're not holding onto any tension as we allow a micro bend in our knee. Take an inhale here, finding length, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Maybe taking some little back and forth swivels of our ankle here, or stay in stillness. 2 rounds of breath on your own. Inhale, pushing back up onto our right foot, flex to the left toes. Inhale the left knee up off the mat and step it back to a high plank. Moving through chaturanga. Exhale, half push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, revolved warrior. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, prayer squat, sink it down. Inhale, star. Exhale, moon goddess, bringing our elbows towards our ribs. Inhale, back up. Exhale, goddess squat with our hands at goalpost. Inhale, up. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold all the way back down onto your mat. We have 2 options here. You could take a wide-legged downward facing dog, crawling your hands towards the top of the opposite side of your mat and just pushing back. This variation gets a little deeper into the shoulders here. I'm a huge fan. If you want to try something a little bit more difficult and it's in your practice, a headstand is available. There's 2 options here. I like to straddle my feet out a little wider, and then you can either take a tripod, bringing your hands in front of your head and coming down, or my favorite, just a V. You can clasp your hands together and make a little pocket for your head to sink into. And then with the weight all in your elbows and your forearms, begin to lift up from the feet. Maybe one comes up, maybe both. Really engaging through the core here, but there's no stress in your neck as we come all the way up to our headstand. Trying not to get blown over by the wind. This can look different for everybody, but if you want to try it, why not? Take one more breath wherever you're at. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, frame your left foot at the top of the mat this time, dropping your right knee and sinking your hips back as we fold over our left shin, half splits. If you want to take a little bit of movement here in the ankle, feel free to do that now. We'll be here for 3 rounds of breath. Inhale back up, flexing the right toes back, coming up off the knee, step it back to a high plank. Exhale, half push-up, chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing dog. Let's just take a cleansing breath here to let go of any heat that we're holding on to. Inhale through the nose, filling all the way up. And exhale out the mouth, let something go. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, crescent lunge. Rooting down into your right foot. Inhale, 3-legged dog or 1-legged Tadasana. Exhale, standing pigeon. Inhale, 3-legged or dog. Exhale, fly it back, warrior 3. If this isn't your practice, just come back into your airplane crescent. Take an inhale here, really rooting up through the spine as we flex that left thigh. Exhale, step it back down. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, revolved warrior. Exhale, or inhale, exalted. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. On your exhale, extended side angle, we have a couple options here. We can float up onto the right leg for our half moon. You can take your birds of paradise here. If you want to try half moon, come up onto that right leg. Maybe use your right hand as a guide and flex your core as we float that left foot up off the ground. Take an inhale here and exhale. Inhale, float it back down. Reverse triangle, extend that leg. Exhale, windmill it down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Cross it over. Inhale, the leg. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Rooting down with that left foot. Inhale, 1-legged Tadasana, right leg high. Exhale, standing pigeon squat. Inhale, 1-legged Tadasana. Exhale, warrior 3, if you're with me. Take an inhale here, really rooting up through your spine. And exhale, place that right foot down. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, revolved warrior. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale for extended side angle. Take an inhale here. If you want to try it, half moon. Inhale, float that right foot up off the ground. Engage your core like you're being pushed between 2 walls. Take an inhale here. Finding length in your arms, 6 and 12 on the clock. Exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle, fly it back. And exhale, windmill your hands, frame your left foot, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. You made it. We're almost there. Last stretch of class. You got this. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, pigeon, right knee to right elbow, flexing your toes back towards your knee to protect it. You can drop your left knee. Inhale to push up through your chest. You can always put a block under your right glute for added support. And exhale, folding over your leg, maybe coming onto forehead or maybe your forearms. Sitting in stillness here and really deepening into the posture as we use our breath. 3 rounds of breath on your own. Inhale, coming back up onto the hands. Flex your left toes back as we come up off the knee. Inhale your right leg high, 3-legged dog. And exhale, maybe flip your dog, placing your right foot down onto the floor, taking some shoulder circles with your arm, maybe switching up that direction. Inhale and exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, pigeon, left knee to left wrist. Flex those toes back towards your knee. Come down onto the right knee, flex those toes back. Inhale, pump up through your chest to prepare, lengthening through your spine. And exhale, forward fold over your leg. The ultimate goal of pigeon is to bring your shin parallel to the front of the mat. But if you're not there today, that is totally okay. Just allow a nice generous bend in the knee. The only thing that matters is to be flexing those toes back. Let's take a moment to find our breath here. Take an inhale, lengthening through your neck and your cranium. And exhale, fold a little deeper. We'll be here for 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, come back up off your hands, flex the right toes, popping up off the knee. And inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, flip your dog, wild thing, stomping that left foot onto the mat and taking some shoulder circles. Flip that direction, bumping up through the hips. Inhale, back over, exhale, downward facing dog. Coming down onto our knees, we can sit onto our heels, bringing our feet out to one direction, our glutes over to the other, and we can extend our legs out in front of us. Preparing for butterfly, let's bring the soles of the feet to touch. There's 2 variations here. If you want to get more into the hip flexors, let's bring those heels closer to our groin. And if you want to get more into the insides of the thighs, bring the feet out a little bit further. Either variation, let's grab on to our ankles and inhale, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, forward fold, pushing down the legs with our elbows as we fold forward. Take an inhale here to find length in the spine, and exhale, deepen your stretch. Take 2 more rounds of breath here on your own. Inhale back up to a seated posture. Extend your legs long out in front of you. Your hands will come out in front as well. And exhale, reverse sit up slowly all the way down onto the mat so that our back is flush. This will be the last little bit of core work we do today. So take advantage of it. Once we're in a prone position, inhale your right leg up and around your thigh, clasping your hands around the front of your shin. You want to bring your leg up and around your rib cage and really take advantage of that wind removing pose. You can take some little circles of the knee here to stretch out your hip. Maybe rotating in the other direction. Inhale your leg out long, grabbing the backs of your thigh or your calf. Flexing and pointing your foot. Maybe taking some circles of the ankle. Switching up that direction. Placing your hands behind your head. Start taking little circles of the hip in one direction as you slowly lower the leg so it's just floating over the mat, really engaging through your pelvic floor and rooting your lumbar spine onto the mat, your sacrum. Once you get to the bottom, switch the direction and just as slowly start to wind it up until the sole of your foot is stomped onto the sky. Once you get to the top, slowly lower the right leg down. Inhale the left knee and bring your hands around your shin. The thigh comes up and around your rib cage for wind removing pose. Maybe take some little circles of your knee. And switch that direction. Inhale, extend your leg long and flex and point your foot. Take some little circles of the ankle. Switch that direction. Allowing the hands to fall back behind you. Take some mini circles of the hip as we lower the leg ever so slowly onto or just above the mat, engaging our core the whole way through. Once we reach the bottom, switch the direction. Corkscrew your way back up. At your own time, we'll all meet at the top and exhale, bending at the knees. We'll stomp the left foot onto the ground, crossing the right ankle over the knee. And exhale, let's take a supine pigeon twist, stomping the right foot onto the mat. Your gaze can come over to the left. Your hands can be in a goalpost or a T, whatever feels good for you today, or you can keep your gaze up at the sky. Try and push your right leg away from you to increase that stretch in your leg. And take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale, fill all the way up through the stomach. And exhale, contract your belly to massage out your internal organs. Take 2 more rounds of breath just like this. Inhale, back up to straight. And exhale, plant your right foot back onto the mat. Inhale your left ankle over the knee. And exhale, stomp your left foot onto the ground for that supine pigeon twist. Find your arm variation here And make sure to push that left leg away from you. Take an inhale here, filling up through your belly. And exhale, contract your abdominals, massaging out all those organs that we need so much. 2 more rounds of breath, just like this on your own. Inhale back up to center. And draw both of your knees into your chest here, wrapping your arms around your shins, grabbing for opposite elbow. Let's squish into a tiny little ball of yarn on your inhale, squeezing everything together, the last little push for today. And exhale, let everything go. Happy baby. Grab for the opposite edges of your thighs, calves, feet, or peace fingers around big toe. And then you can rock your baby back and forth, massaging out the lumbar spine, making sure that our lower back is placed firmly on the mat. Maybe you extend one leg at a time. Any variations are welcome here. Let's slowly all meet in our last pose of today, Shavasana, finding a comfortable position on our mat, extend out long, any place that you want to have your arms. And let's take an inhale through the nose, maybe the biggest inhale of today. And exhale, let it all go through the mouth. Coming back to our normal breath, allowing our breathing to guide us into a deeper meditative state. Shavasana is more of a state of mind than it is a posture. So take a moment to reap the benefits of just laying in silence, allowing your thoughts to pass through your head, saying that that's interesting, and then letting them go, just like clouds in the sky.